For example, in Russia, we witnessed that horrible scene near the parliament building and how many people died and all these shots of tanks and machine guns and death everywhere. And it was the same thing in Poland when he wrote this etude. A lot of people say that when you play this too loud, too fast, and too expressive, this is not a Chopin style, and so forth. But he wanted it to sound this way because Poland is not a small town somewhere outside big city. Poland is a huge country, and with a lot of people who were expressing their angers and their furious feelings, and their, of course, their patriotism, incredible, very proud Polish patriotism, which I love. This piece is about this, and of course, if you play it softly, and as conservative people, Chopinists say that very in style, this is absolutely ridiculous, because his idea was not to present this. His idea was to present the explosion that the whole world will experience. The people which heard my approach to this, they loved it the most. So this is the reason I'm doing it this way. Of course, it's no problem for me, and just calm myself down, play nicely, like you can never be sure when you create something in the music, but my hopes were true, and because the people which heard my approach to this, they loved it the most. You cannot study Chopin music without studying Poland as a country. And of course, there are always different pictures come to mind when you play, because Chopin is always about singing, it's about expression. And even if there is a very fast passage, it has to sing. It cannot just go, very dry and blurred. Every little note has to be alive. All the world is shown in his music reflects all of the people's mind, not only, well, of course, Polish, but I think all people all over the world. Nature gave us kind of the same senses to feel, and that's why Chopin's music is so universal. He is so talented and blah blah, but we miss Chopin. And what exactly is this conservative style? Because I don't think it exists. Everybody has his own approach to the music. And what I did, I think, like ballad or mazurkas or studies, it was very much Chopin's conservative style, the sonata and and preludes. But of course, when you play things like polonaise, which is tremendous work, which represents this also again this Polish character with this kind of dance. You judge yourself all the time, and I'm the worst critic myself, because I'm always not satisfied with what I do, and I always try to develop it more and more, and I don't think there is any limit. You study, you learn all your life, and you die being an idiot. Everybody knows about it, but you have to make things as perfect as you can. You don't want to play just yourself. You don't want to do vulgar things. You don't want to correct his, Chopin. Chopin is already perfect. Although having only this conservative approach will make these performances of that way extremely boring. Of course we have to respect the style and elegance and so forth, but our main goal is to play for people, and not just for group of specialists, for the people. Of course you have to know the rules, but Beethoven says the rules are there only to avoid them. if the jury decides before, this is the standard, and they come with this standard to judge 140 people, you know, and then if they already gave the first prize to standard, why to have a competition? Why do you need a competition if you already know the way how it should be done? There is no way how it should be done. Everybody's got his own way, and if you compare Rubinstein, Chopin, which is fantastic, and Horowitz's Chopin, which is absolutely different but still incredibly fantastic, and Richter's Chopin, and Van Cliburn plays Chopin, you know, it's absolutely totally different musician. There is no standard of playing Chopin. Chopin is totally free and very universal. These words, of course, you have to respect them, but they are very dangerous. Tradition, conservative approach, standard, you know, this is very dangerous. When you have this dogmatism in your brain, then you already made up your mind. Your mind is not open to what people create on stage. To me, competition it's a competition. Of course, you have to practice and you have to present your pieces in the maximum imaginable technically perfect way. But also competition, to me, talent wins the competition, which means that the person who really grabs the audience and makes the audience breathe with him. Sometimes, of course, many people, older people, might not accept it very well because they don't want to see that they are very against this, for example, interpretation. But this pianist does it so well that he makes believe everybody that this is also a fantastic way of doing things, and he finds himself also believing this, and two personalities in this person start fighting each other. You are fighting with yourself, and of course it only creates anger in this person, and that's why the conservatives, they wanted to believe in it, but there was something that holded them, and this feeling, you know, it doesn't do you positive emotions. It actually creates a little bit negative emotions.